So tonight's guest is an amazing person. He's one of the nicest people I've come across on Twitch. He's always so welcoming and fun to watch, whether he's playing a hard game like Elden Ring or a spooky game such as like Sons of the Forest or Phasmophobia, for example. The shenanigans and funny moments never end on his streams. Tonight we're going to dive deep into more lore about his channel, what he plays mostly, what he's up to, how he got on the platform, and more. I'm more than happy to welcome one of my friends, Tower, known as towertwig on Twitch, to tonight's episode of Twitch Tea Time.
Thank you. Nice of you to have me.
It's been a long planned episode. So in this space, as I said, we're going to talk about everything from gaming, Twitch, as well as some mental health topics and more. So to all the listeners, just grab a drink, sit back, relax, and enjoy. The first question before I start is, how are you doing?
I'm doing amazing. I am very warm. I'm literally, as we are in this very call, sitting in my underwear by my PC with a fan next to me. I'm all soaked up. I'm not sweating right now, but I'm relaxed right now.
I assume one of your cats, maybe even, I don't know if you have two or one, like they're always around.
They're always around. Yeah, I have two cats. They're doing fine. I have out the balcony open and shit, so they're just running around and enjoying themselves pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm doing great.
Yeah. So can you tell me about how you discovered Twitch, how you decided to become a streamer, and a little bit about the channel?
Oh, this is a big question because gaming, I remember gaming so well getting into my life when I was like, I don't remember the exact age, but maybe 10 years old. There was this internet cafe, but back in my little town that I used to live in. They started an internet cafe, and my brothers started going there with his friends, and then he invited me one day, and I remember it so well. Everyone was sitting there just enjoying their PC games. They were playing Counter-Strike, which is how I got into Counter-Strike myself, with everyone playing Counter-Strike there. And that is pretty much the start of my PC gaming interest. That is not the start of Twitch, however, like you asked. Twitch came years later. Actually, I started watching slight streams before Twitch. Twitch before was called Just TV, I believe. And I found this guy called Cream, and I still follow him on Twitch. He's a very special dude. But he had a very familiar and similar mentality like me. You know, I love to be a troll. I love to troll people and have fun and just joke around. That's pretty much what he did. He also have that tea kettle laugh, which everyone says that I have, and I think it's awesome that people have a contagious laugh to themselves. I don't know why, but that's pretty much how I discovered Twitch. I was not really exploring Twitch that much back then. I was pretty much only looking at this guy, and I did not browse too much. My Twitch interest, like my main Twitch interests, and becoming a streamer, that started, I'd say, maybe 5 years ago, when I started my old job in healthcare. I don't recall why it started, but I just recall there was a few games I wanted to check out, and I thought that Twitch might be better to check these games out than YouTube because it's live and it's live content. They're gonna have live reviews and shit, so that's great. And I just started browsing Twitch and look at games that I was interested in, and I tend to look for streamers that didn't have any people because they tend to answer the most. Back then I wasn't thinking about supporting. I was literally just looking for people with a low amount of viewers because they would answer me. Like they would read the chat straight away and I would be like answered fast. But I mean, the interest pretty much has just increased from there, and I don't recall why I wanted to stream myself. I don't even remember what my first game was. I think it was Assassin's Creed, possibly.
Which one do you remember? Oh, Valhalla. Okay. Oh, so not that long ago, though.
Yeah, I think that was my first game stream that I was streaming. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
And now that I had some thought process, I also remember that I'd never streamed. earlier in my life because my internet has always been bad. When I lived with my parents, I think we had I don't know 8 megabit
DSL.
Upload. So yeah
DSL. That's what I had as well, because like now or last year actually I shifted to like low profile fiber, which like fiber isn't available everywhere yet, and in some countries some cities or some territories don't have fiber yet. So this is why we call it low profile fiber here, because it's like not that speedy, and the more speedier you want it, the more you have to pay. So I got the basic plan, which I had on DSL around like 1 megabyte upload and download speed. Now it's like 10 or 12 on fiber. So yeah,
awesome.
I get the struggle.
Yeah. I mean, I know you get the struggle. You mentioned so many times about your internet issues. Like you have to watch Twitch at 240p and shit, like with your old internet, and not being able to stream and whatnot. So
I still watch Twitch on that quality though, just because I have like many tabs running sometimes.
Yeah. You get used to it. That's the crazy part.
Yeah.
With that back quality.
Yeah.
That's actually, now that if I may develop my question here, or your question, Assassin's Creed Valhalla was not my first game. My first game was Skyrim.
Oh wow!
Twitch.
Did you use like
Skyrim was released.
crowd control, or did you like use like mods for it at the time?
No, I was playing the basic vanilla game, and I recall using. I didn't use OBS back then, and Streamlabs. I don't think Streamlabs was a thing yet. And I think I used a program called XSplit.
Oh.
That's the old streaming program. XSplit. OBS was actually still a thing back then, but I never used. Wait, I did use OBS, but it didn't work well. I think XSplit had its special setting that allowed me to stream in, I think, 320p or something, like super bad quality, but it was manageable. And yeah, that's my first game, but I only streamed for maybe a few days because my internet just couldn't handle it. But yeah, that was my first game on Twitch.
Yeah, so you also stream VR games, and you have that VR headset. Do you find any difference between streaming with a VR set and just from the PC?
What do you mean?
Like, how is it different? Like, experience-wise, how is it different? Like, interaction-wise, game-wise?
Oh, interaction-wise, I mean, it's obviously harder considering it's because I have to move all my body to be able to see the chat and go back and forth, but it's not that bad. The interaction might, however, take a hit because it is much harder to keep track of the chat, like, constantly. Because you usually have your chat inside the game on your hand itself, so you have to turn the hand around to activate the chat and then read. But you have to play the game as well, and you play the game using your entire body, so you won't be able to read the chat all the time. So the interaction takes a hit. I mainly play VR though for entertainment. I want to derp around on Twitch as much as I can when I play VR. Like, just be a fun dude and do stupid shit. And everyone that has watched me play VR, they probably think I'm a maniac. And I promise you that's not true. It's just me making fun of myself, pretty much.
Yeah,
I'm not a maniac.
Yeah, pretty much it's like the vibe of the whole channel, like just random noises or Tower just like screaming if there's like a panic moment, like a difficult boss. That thing makes me just crack up. Yeah,
Elden Ring, I mean, that's the latest game, but that really makes those sounds and noises come out for sure. Even if Elden Ring is my favorite game of all time, it just, damn, it hits hard. Holy.
Not only Elden Ring, but I've also witnessed you, like, of course, like, they're scary games, but like, mostly on scary games, and those, like, gave birth to a huge amount of like funny clips that you have over the years.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that, Blue?
I said,
cracking up.
Oh, sorry. I said not only during like Elden Ring or these, but also given that they're called spooky games or spoopy games, but these also led to the creation of like several funny clips of you during the years. Yeah.
Yes, I noticed. Well, this was Willow and Wiz, a few friends that I played with, that I started playing cooperatively in horror games with, like Phasmophobia. That's how it all started. They kept telling me that I had an amazing scream, and everyone I played with on Twitch, like new people, everyone pretty much reacted the same about my screams, and I don't know. I guess I knew there was something to it. So even if I am actually getting scared, still many times in games, in horror games, I'm easily scared. But even if I don't get scared, I might just act a little bit just to have that scream. I know people love it, so yeah.
Yeah.
I guess the noises are a trademark of my channel at this point.
Yeah. So where did the name towertwig come from?
Oh, that's actually a simple answer to that one. It's my Swedish surname translated.
Oh.
To English, yeah. And I thought it sounded nice. Towertwig. I like the sound of it. It just flies off the tongue. So yeah, that's my name. It's my actual name, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, which you've said it. You've said your name. I don't want to dox you if you are not okay with it. But you've said your actual name, or maybe Wiz or Willow have said it on stream before, or around people.
They might have. If I can say, like, if I'm out there on the social or the internet, I'm out there already for sure, because my name has come up. But you don't have to say it. Just for
yeah.
Let's just keep it.
Yeah. So as I said, you do a variety of games, but what games make you feel happy playing them or streaming them? Like what genre, what type?
Oh, that's a very, very difficult question, because as you said yourself, I'm a variety streamer, and I'm so weird. I've tried to understand myself for years in how my brain works, but I can love Elden Ring today, but in a week I will completely neglect 3D RPGs such as Elden Ring and just run into the 2D world.
Yeah, Souls-like games. Yeah.
And I'll just run into the 2D world instead, and I just want to play 2D games next week, and then next week after that I might just want to play Battlefield or PvP games. Like, I'm just going back and forth with my interests pretty much. So I never really can tell. I have noticed, however, that as of late, the movies and series I watch, I think this applies to many people, but the movies and series I watch, they apply to my interest. So if I watched Fallout recently, for example, the series on Amazon or Prime, that actually made me replay New Vegas on stream. Super excited to replay it. Same
I remember that.
Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones could be, or a House of the Dragon could be sort of in the same category as Elden Ring, the way the world works.
Yeah.
So I think that's how it works with everything. So the happiest game that I'd love to play on stream, like I said, it's a difficult question, but I would say that the game I have had the most pleasure playing is probably Phasmophobia. Before I killed it, I'm saying killed it because I still play it occasionally, but it's pretty dead. But I'm not gonna give Phasmo any shit for it, because I have played that game for so many hours, and I've had so many hours of fun too.
Yeah.
And I would say the funniest moments I've had on Twitch is probably with Phasmophobia and Devour pretty much every co-op game. And a lot of the horror games I've played with Wiz has also been absolutely amazing. True, nice experience, I'd say. That would be the answer to my question right there.
Yeah. What are your limits regarding your streams? Like, what would piss you off? What's the big no-no in chat? What's allowed? What isn't?
Well, this applies to both Twitch and real life. I would say that a lack of respect and just not following the rules of the channel would be... I mean, that would piss me off, surely. I've actually banned a friend, on my channel because they pissed me off not just following the rules. But I think I was having a bad day at that time as well.
Yeah.
Lack of respect and not following the rules. But there are more things that pisses me off. I'm trying to think. I mean, I'm Tower, so I know there's stuff pissing me off. Everyone knows this. The question is, what does piss me off?
Like using slurs in chat, for example, like calling you out on actions sometimes. Maybe
No.
Some streamers don't like spamming commands a lot. That's examples.
Oh yeah, spamming is of course not nice, but it really depends on the person. If the person itself spams, but they know the limit. I know you, Blue, like for example, you joke a lot, right?
Yeah.
But you also know yourself how much you joke.
Yeah.
I know that.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
You know like when you've reached the limit. And I'm the same. I can joke a lot. Sometimes I just joke, continue to joke even if it pisses off the person because I think it's funny. But I know that I have crossed that line. But the second I notice it becomes way too much for the person in question, I just pretty much stop. That's the limit you have to go with. The
enforce as well, yeah.
Enforce, yeah, the limit to each person, each individual. I would say people not knowing or socially capable of knowing that limit to me in my streams would piss me off.
Yeah.
When they go too far.
So recently, you've shifted your life into a more healthy one, focusing on body health and fitness. Can you tell me about the journey, what led to it, and how your life changed before and after the weight loss?
This is so, like, oh my god, just you saying that makes me so happy, because this topic right here has changed.
Yeah.
Literally every single aspect of my life. Yeah, I would say literally every single aspect. I can't think of a single aspect that hasn't been changed.
Yeah.
For the better as well. So, the question you asked, how did it start? That's actually really interesting. I don't know. That's the answer. But I think this is what I say myself. Every single time, ever since I was pretty much 15, I have said to myself that someday I will start to take care of myself. Like someday before I'm too old.
You will take after your name, like Twig. Pun intended, no. Twig.
Yeah. No, I will. I will start working out. Not working out necessarily, but I will start taking care of my body at some point in my life. And I have to do it before I'm too old. And I pretty much said that subconsciously every single year since I was like 15 years old. I've never really gone anywhere with it. I've always been an insane PC gamer. I've not had the energy. I think, however, that there was multiple things in my life happening that allowed me to do this, and that was the first part was my old job just pretty much killing my brain, my mental health.
Yeah.
And I had to go see the doctor. I lost sleep. I had to go cognitive behavior therapy for my sleep, and I did that for quite some time, and then I started changing my diet slightly, and I started taking walks every day, just 30-minute walks, nothing big, even sometimes just 15 minutes. You just move, change my life slowly. I started doing this thing on YouTube that I found that I thought was awesome, called HIT, which is high intensity training. You pretty much just follow two people on YouTube, and they were doing HIT and just body weight pretty much. So I bought myself one of those training carpets, did this HIT as well as I could for 11 minutes straight, I think. It's 11 minutes without any break. Just full-on cardio for 11 minutes, high-intensive cardio. Which was super hard on my body. But that's how I started, and I started having fun. I started to doing the exercise itself, I felt absolute shit. My body hated this. My body just wanted to say, F off, don't do it. But afterwards, I was so happy. Now, the actual challenge that many people think is not by any means the training. It's never going to be the training. Actually, it's not going to be anything else but the food. The food is always going to be the issue. But luckily for me, I am big. Well, I mean, that's not lucky, but luckily for me, I am big because I have eaten too much food. I haven't eaten shitty food. I'm not big because I eat too much candy or chips or bad food. I'm just big because I eat too much food, which is a really, really good perk.
A disorder as well. Some people like myself, for example, have like an eating disorder. At some point, I was yo-yoing between like weight gain and weight loss. At some point, I used to look like a barrel. And I hope I'm dreading to go back there, but because like I'm trying my best but I also trying to control it, but that's also getting out of my hands, you know, like at some point I was really like in 2016 I was really thin. Then 2017 came around and I started like gaining more weight and like getting out of control. 2018, 2019 were like starting, like my weight shifted, and then 2020 came with the pandemic, and I started like feeling more tired, feeling like I need to do something. And then 2021 I just got told like if that continues that might keep on affecting my heart, and I started just working out. And then 2023 came up, and at the end of it, one of my colleagues got cancer, prostate cancer, and I was like just covering night. Like for example, I come back home an hour ago, and then I barely have time to chill. Then I sleep. Then I wake up at 6 a.m., go back to work the next day. So that was affecting me a lot, and I couldn't say no because I had no other choice. And I need the money, you know, like very tight situation, like living situation here. And yeah, it started going out of control. But I'm torn between letting it be and just like go with the flow, and also going back to just watching my weight, you know. So I don't know, because like there's also something that I read at my gym one day that stuck with me until today. Your body, take care of your body. It's the only place you live, or it's your forever home, your body. So that also stuck with me.
Yeah, it's very true. It's a very simple saying, but it's so true. For reals.
Yeah. So what can we expect from you on Twitch in the future? Like what do you plan on doing that's a little bit different from what you do today?
Oof, I actually don't have a good question on that. I'm pretty much gonna keep on streaming when I can.
Okay.
It really depends. So the reason to why I'm streaming so much right now, it's because my new job, I'm working on demand. So I
On
don't
call,
work
yeah.
all the time. If I work a lot, I will not stream necessarily. But again, like I just said, with the working out and changing my life has changed everything. What it has changed the most, it's the energy.
Yeah.
The energy to do so much. Like before, I remember my old job. I got maybe 4,000 steps on a work day. I talked to a few people, but when I came home, I was so tired. All the time, pretty much. I didn't have to do much to get tired. Now I can walk 20,000 steps during my job, like, and I can do a workout afterwards, like for 90 minutes, no issue. And then after the workout, I can go home and take another walk or start streaming, whatever. Like
Yeah.
I just have so much energy compared to before, and it's absolutely amazing. So yeah, we'll see. I just it really depends on the games. The Elden Ring is also a big cause to why I've been streaming so much lately. I was streaming Baldur's Gate, but yeah, then Elden Ring just took me over once again. So
yeah, with the DLC.
Yeah, it's really all about the games. There are periods, quite every now and then in my life, where I just don't like to play anything, and I refuse to stream if I don't want to play the game. I have done that. I think the first year I was streaming, or the first half year, I was streaming because I tried to have a schedule. But even if I didn't want to stream that day, I did it nonetheless. And boy, oh boy, does my brain or me not.
Yeah.
You can see it so clear that I'm not enjoying it when I'm playing a game.
Yeah.
And I refuse to do it. So I'd rather stream the way I'm doing now, which is a bit random, but I just like to be there live for people who wants to watch, just to enjoy. Maybe they have nothing else to do. I don't mind if I have 1 viewer or 5 viewers. As long as everyone enjoys, that's my main
goal.
Goal. Yeah, main goal. Yeah.
Yeah. So to the new people out there who just starting or are thinking about starting to stream, is there an advice you want to give them?
Don't focus everything on streaming. Have it as a hobby. This is a very common advice, but it is so important. I kind of followed this advice at first, but I also did not, considering the schedule. Like, there were days at work where I just felt that I don't want to work today, but I'm gonna call in sick and I'm gonna stream instead.
Okay.
And I did that, and that this is years ago, but I did that, and it just, yeah, have it as a hobby. Stream when you can. Find your niche, I guess. If you have a special niche or something, just implement it into the stream. You'll find people.
Yeah.
It is also a bit hard these days with Twitch. There's so many streamers out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But as long as you enjoy yourself, that's the most important thing. Enjoy it, have fun.
Okay. So we are gonna go into segment 2 now, which is not quite a lightning round, but not quite like a pop quiz about you. So it's up to you to choose whether you wanna just give a long answer or just like a quick answer, and you can also skip any question you black out on.
All right.
So do you mind telling me and the listeners what's your daily routine? Something you always do every day now has become regular?
Daily routine. Well, this is I'm actually a bit embarrassed to admit this, but brushing my teeth is a daily routine now. It didn't used to be that when I used snuff before, which is a Swedish tobacco that you put in your mouth. I could be really bad with brushing my teeth. Maybe I did that maybe one time every 4th or 5th day. Now it's every single day. I'm not addicted to anything, so that's my daily routine. And I would say putting what's this called, lotion on my body, like some form of oil on my skin.
Yeah, creams or something. Yeah,
like
hydrate your body.
Taking care of my body.
Yeah,
hydrate my body.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's my daily routine. And coffee. Let's not forget to talk about coffee.
Yeah. So what's one thing you tell yourself often?
This is gonna make me sound so damn egoistic, but I'm telling myself that I'm not saying this loud, of course, but I'm telling myself that I am the boss. I'm the fucking champion.
Fair.
Here. No one else.
Yeah.
That's what I'm telling myself.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much my self-conscious. Just buffing myself.
Yeah. So if you ever were to be any object or creature, whether it's real or fictional, what would you be and why?
Ooh, what an interesting question. Let's see. A fictional creature that I want to be.
Or an object. It's up to you.
Yeah, I don't know why I'd want to be an object. Of course, being a bathtub means you have naked bodies in all the time. Nah,
yeah.
I wouldn't be an object. No way.
Yeah.
A fictional creature. I don't know. I'd say a dragon because they're just so cool.
Yeah. Well, any type of dragons, like maybe fire, water, air.
Oh, I'd say the basic fire dragon. For sure.
Okay.
With the horns. It needs to look badass.
Yeah. And then that's a little bit of a joke I'm gonna make. And then like if we're talking like silliness, like you find like a donkey or a horse and you fall in love with them, like in Shrek.
Oh.
Yeah. So what's your biggest pet peeve?
Ooh, my biggest pet peeve. I can't tell if it's the biggest, but I have very big issue with the grammatical errors.
Yeah.
Obviously less of an issue when it's not your nationality, such as myself or you maybe.
Yeah, not your main language, like typos. Yeah.
But this applies to Swedes as well. Pretty much everyone. That's a massive pet peeve. Actually, I can tell you this much, that now that I'm single, I have obviously talked to a few gals, and one of them, they wrote so badly grammatically that I couldn't talk to them. That's how big my pet peeve is. There needs to be some form of brain when you use grammar.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say it's my biggest pet peeve, but it's one of them. I can't really tell which one is my biggest. It's a bit difficult, this one.
Yeah. So what's one thing you cannot live without?
Oh, one thing that I cannot live without is I mean, do you mean you don't mean like water and food? You mean like an object of sorts or something I like? Blue?
Yeah. Sorry, what was the question?
Do you mean an object or food or
anything?
water?
Anything. For example, like this is out of ADHD. What happened? Like I just blanked out. Sorry. But like for example, let's say PC, or for example, like my phone, a console.
Or something I like then. So nothing.
Anything.
Like...
Yeah.
Okay. I would probably say my guitar, actually. The music, the guitar is always so nice to have in the background all the time. I could live without my PC and phone. You get used to that after a while. It's gonna hurt in the beginning, but you get used to it.
Yeah. In your opinion, what do you think is the worst invention ever?
Invention. Okay. This is... I actually think more people agree with me about this one, but I'm gonna say the smartphone. Yeah.
That's fascinating. Why though?
Yeah.
I know why.
Yeah. I mean, well, this is something I've noticed more of late, like the latest 2 years. Now that I've lost weight and everything, I've also become more social. But I just noticed these phones everywhere, people looking down, and they just become... Everything is about the phone. I'm addicted to the phone myself. I am not like outside of this area whatsoever, but I remember the good old times when you had your good old Nokia phone. You could just send a text message.
Oh my
That's
god,
pretty much
yeah.
all you could do, a call.
SMS like those, and the Nokia phones. I do remember the heavy ones where if you throw it on the floor, it wouldn't break, but it would break the actual floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a big classic joke, that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, the smartphones. I mean, this is not only the smartphones, but no, you know what? PCs. I don't mind PCs. They could continue to develop that because PCs needs to be in one place. Smartphones you carry with you everywhere, and you just you sit there looking in your phone pretty much all the time.
Yeah. There's laptops as well. I mean, like.
Yeah, every PC and laptop is fine because. I don't know, you have to kind of sit down to use them. It's a bit difficult, but yeah. That's one I'd say. It's because it makes us more socially stupid, pretty much.
Yeah. What's the worst video game you've ever played or watched?
The worst video game I've ever played. Oh, this one feels like it should be easy. Worst video game I've ever played. You know, I don't think I have
We can skip that if you want.
Yeah, I don't think I have a good answer to that. I've never played that bad of a video game.
Yeah.
That I can remember.
Okay.
I can tell you the latest one, which is Banishers: Ghosts of Eden.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Why though?
They are recycling pretty much the entire game to make it last longer, and you have these 3 types of puzzles and animations you do throughout the entire game, pretty much every single 5 minutes, which is climbing that you don't even control. You press E and you climb up, and then you walk 2 gaps, and no, it's the climbing and walk 2 gaps. And jumping. Oh yeah, you jump over small gaps. Everything just involves the press of a button. But there's so many of these things across the world, and the world just looks similar to, well, everything else. The story is the only thing that's good about the game, pretty much, I'd say.
Yeah. Yeah. So besides gaming, what are your favorite hobbies?
Oh, music, 100%. And nowadays it's training, working out. I can talk for hours about gym and working out.
Yeah.
Daily routines, like how do you take care of yourself, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Food, of course. But yeah, music and working out would be the biggest ones.
Yeah. So what's one thing you spend a lot of money on besides working out and gaming?
Oh, a lot of money I spend on besides that?
Yeah.
Oof, that's I mean, nothing.
Like a guilty pleasure? Do you have any guilty pleasure? Like, for example, like a certain type of like object or food that you like to just like treat yourself to every now and then?
Every now and then. I mean, I would be pretty boring here and say ice cream. That's my guilty pleasure, and popcorn.
No, that's fine. Yeah.
But I don't buy it that much. And there's a berry mixture that I have bought these last few times I've been in the store as well. It's like 1 kilo of berries.
Yeah.
It's only like $3 or something if you translate the price.
Yeah.
35 kroner. But yeah, that's my guilty pleasure.
Yeah. What would you do with $1 million?
What would I do with $1 million? Well, the first thing that comes to mind in this very moment is buy a really good air conditioner. So I could just cool myself. I'd probably buy a really good piano keyboard. I've been wanting that for so long. I have I've had keyboards before, but I've never had a really good one.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be probably the first thing I bought. And I'd probably live my life as usual. I'd go to work. But with $1 million, I think I would be more prone to just calling in sick and just ignoring life pretty much. So I don't know. It could be dangerous too.
Yeah.
But I'd be careful about it.
Okay, so this is a 3-part question. What's one of your all-time favorite songs, or a song that you're stuck on recently?
Well, my favorite all-time song is Fuck Her Gently, Tenacious D. There's no question about that.
Nice.
What was the other one?
Or like it's either or, like either a song you're stuck on recently, or your favorite song, which you already picked one. The second part is, what's one of your all-time favorite movies?
Lord of the Rings, for sure. No, wait, that Harry Potter.
There we go. I agree with that. Do you have a favorite Harry Potter movie? Mine would be the last two.
Azkaban.
Yeah, the last two would be my favorite, which is like the 7th.
Yeah, they're really good. All of them are really good, but Prisoner of Azkaban is not the best by any means, but I just think it's so cozy. That movie is the most cozy movie out of all of them. I don't know why. There's something about that movie.
Yeah. Have you ever considered like playing all of the Harry Potter games in order, or just like a certain game besides Hogwarts Legacy?
I've actually done that already. I never did that on streams or anything, but I did play the Harry Potter games back in the days where you tore into the games.
Yeah.
On Pirate Bay.
Yeah, my favorite one from the OG games is probably Order of the Phoenix, because
that's the one.
I played it non-stop on PS2, and I would probably replay it now, because I plan to, and I need like to find my good copy of it. But I don't know why, but like going from the third and the fourth game, the fourth being regarded or disregarded by the crowd, because like people are saying like the fourth game was shit, and then the fifth, sixth, and seventh games, or the last one was split into 2 parts like the movie, so they were okay, but they could not hold up to the other games. But the fifth was okay, which is why it's my favorite, because we did a lot of exploration, more in depth with characters, interacting with stuff.
I completely agree with what you're saying.
Yeah.
Order of the Phoenix is my favorite too.
Yeah. And the last part of it is, what's your all-time favorite TV show or series?
TV show or series? I probably... God damn it. I probably put... I'd put Game of Thrones there.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay. So, if your life was ever to be either a song or a video game, what would it be named and why?
if it was either a song or a video game. Okay.
Yeah.
Oof. Nah, I think we have to skip this one. I have no idea.
Okay, mine would be WTF or just question mark.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good one. That's a good one for sure.
Yeah. If you had one special superpower, what would it be and why? And how would you use it?
Oh, one special superpower. I've always been fascinated by the Flash because, according to the Flash himself, he says that everything goes in slow motion when he runs, and that just sounds so cool. And just imagine what you can do with so much speed. Like the way he uses his speed to create wind walls and tornadoes, everything. You can do so much.
Yeah.
But how would I use it though? Now this is a dark question. I mean, I could be a friendly guy and say I would use it to do good, but would I? Probably not. I would also not use it to do bad, like just because.
Yeah.
But if there was someone out there that did me like harm or pissed me off, I would without a doubt use my power to destroy this person. Like there would be no question.
Interesting.
This might also be something I say because I watched The Boys recently. That show is amazing.
Oh, it's a show or a movie?
That's a show.
Okay, I've heard a lot of people talk about it, and I'm really fascinated and interested in it, so I'm gonna have a look at it. But I do agree with you, and mine is kind of like similar on some aspect. It's teleportation, but there's a catch. If it was a thing, it should either be earned, learned, or taught, or just like inherited. You know, like if your parents had this and they passed it on to you. Because if we had it as a thing, people would be teleporting everywhere, anytime. There would be criminals at your house at any point. That would be a mess. So yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Something you always wanted to learn but you didn't find time for.
Oh, something I always want to learn. I'd say probably learning French full out, but I've had the time for it. That's the thing. I've just not done it. I would still be able to learn it, but
yeah, you didn't like ameliorate it or work on it even more. You know.
Yeah, I just don't. There's a saying in Sweden: you have to get your thumb out of your ass. That's something you say in Sweden.
Yeah.
Which means pretty much just do it. Like stop sitting on it or sleeping on it. Just do it.
I wanna just ameliorate my Russian a little bit because I know like level 1 Spanish, but I'm finding more interest in Russian because I know how to read Russian. I know how to just like what some words can mean and what the letters mean, but I don't know how to form like sentences. But I want to work on that. So yeah.
Yeah, I wish you best of luck to that.
Thank you. So if you had the chance to switch lives for one day with one celebrity from today, who would you pick and why?
One celebrity from today?
Yeah.
What an interesting question. There's so many celebrities, and do I just go back to my old body when I'm done?
Yeah, it's just for a day.
Alright. I would say probably someone doing a lot of drugs because that'll be fun to try out. Maybe what's his name? The singer from Keith Richards. Yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
Want to see how his life is.
Yeah, mine would be, and I've said it before, but I haven't said it in this episode, Kim Kardashian, funny enough, and even though I don't like her, but for 3 reasons. One is because I want to like experience what happens behind the scenes in her everyday life for at least like one day. Second reason is I want to try and like send or air quotes smuggle some of her money to my parents. And 3 is a funny one. I want to call her sisters bitches.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah. What would your alter ego be named, and what would he do?
Like if I was a villain and I had a mask.
If you had like a second persona, like a secret identity, what would you do, and what would it be called?
I'd probably use it to punish people that are bad.
Yeah.
I would say straight away that I don't know what the alter ego would do, but I would punish people like the Punisher from the show.
Yeah.
Like in a brutal way, because I think they deserve it. If you like pedophiles, for example.
Yeah.
I wouldn't fucking send them to prison. There would be no way. My alter ego would probably maybe the flare or something. I'd flay them. I don't know. That's a bit brutal.
Nah, it's fine.
Yeah. I've always thought that if you're absolutely horrible in life, like you're a pedophile or whatever, I don't care what people say if it's an illness. I think them being flayed would probably be fair enough for me in my world.
Yeah. So which of these three things would you give up if you ever had the chance, or if you ever was forced to? Money, gaming, or love?
Gaming.
Okay.
Yeah. I can live without gaming.
Yeah. These are some food-related questions. What's your favorite drink?
Oh, you mean alcohol or
anything?
Any drink?
Any drink you enjoy the most?
I'd say this is a Swedish drink, but it's called Fanta Exotic.
Oh, we have Fanta here.
Oh, maybe. Oh, that's not Swedish.
It's international. Exotic, yeah. There's also Fanta in the US as well, so it's a thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe the exotic is maybe Swedish only, but I think at some point we had something similar. It's called tropical here, but maybe that's based off of the exotic thing. But ours came in like three different forms. Fanta like blueberry, and Fanta tropical, which is, I assume, exotic. So.
All right.
Yeah. So what's the weirdest food you've ever tasted?
The weirdest food I've ever tasted. This feels like also it should be pretty obvious. I guess. I mean, it's not really that weird, but I guess the weirdest one that comes to mind is octopus.
Oh, same.
Yeah, I can't really think of anything else that's been weirder than that.
Yeah, mine has been snuck. Like, my cousin likes to experiment with her food, and she put like mini octopuses, or whatever the plural of it is, in so she mixed the curry sauce and everything with the rice, so the rice was yellow, and then she added instead of adding those chicken parts with it, she added the octopus instead. And I was like taking them out, but one of them I missed it because Dad had already poured me like a dish, so I was eating it, and it really tasted very chewy, and I was like, what is that? She was like, octopus. I'm like, ew, but why is it delicious?
Yeah, right. I agree. I think octopus is pretty.
Yeah.
Tasty myself. Excuse me. Yep.
Yeah. So, what's your favorite comfort food of all time?
My comfort food of all time? Oh, this would go back to the times when I was a fat boy. I'd say, what are they called? Cheese or doodles? Like they're...
yeah. Cheese rolls? Cheese rolls?
No, it's the chips.
Oh, the curly fries? Something like that?
No, like the candy, or actual food.
Anything. For example, mine would be pineapple pizza.
That's of course pizza. Yeah, without a doubt, capricciosa.
Okay. And what's the weirdest habit you've ever you have? What's your weirdest habit?
This one, people keep telling me it's weird. I don't think it's weird myself. You'll have to decide yourself. When I feel that I want a snack these days, I pretty much chop up a yellow onion and just eat that.
That's not weird. Yeah.
It's not weird?
No, I do that, but not with food. If I feel like very hungry at these hours, like at night, I always make sure to have any sort of liquids. Like I buy a shit ton of like powdered juice and powdered drinks, and I make sure that I have these around because they helped me a lot in the past, like with my weight loss journey. So either this or sparkling water. So instead, like it fills me, it fills my hunger, you know.
Yeah. Okay, weirdest habit besides the onion is No, I don't think I have one actually, besides that.
Yeah, so my weirdest habit is, funny enough, I can actually bark like a dog and I sound like a chihuahua.
Oh god. Don't show me.
Yeah, no worries. So sometimes I used to just juke people, you know, like those random people that show up at your doors, either beggars or trying to sell you stuff. So one time there's that old lady that was like, I looked through the peephole and I saw she had like some papers with her and she was probably like trying to sell stuff or trying to do like stuff, because we've had a lot of abductions related to those cases, like people being abducted because of these. So one time I was alone and she kept on like banging on the door and ringing the bell. We live in an apartment in a flat, so there's like three apartments in this floor. So no one else was there except for our apartment. So the first thing that came out off the top of my head was just acting like a dog. I started barking. And then she was like, "Oh, dog, hey, I would love to pet you. And is there anyone inside?" And I kept barking until she just like gave up and just left.
Damn.
Yeah. And the last question of the segment is, using just one or two words, how would you describe 2024 so far?
1 or 2 words. Amazing life.
That's good. All right.
Or wait.
Yeah.
I have another one. New beginning.
Oh, that's even better. Mine is wait. That's all. Or wait a sec. Because anyways. Okay. Now this is the fun part. This is segment 3. It's the usual mini game. I've added a fun little mini game to play before we get to the mental health segment in the next part. In this mini game, I will name a set of 3 games each time. You'll have to tell me which one you'd play and keep forever, which one you delete from existence and it's gone for everybody, including yourself, and no one even remembers anything or that it ever even existed, and which one you'd uninstall, whether it's you playing it, trying it for a little while, or playing it one time all the way through and then uninstalling. But it stays there, but you cannot go back to it. This also includes the whole franchise.
Alright.
Call of Duty,
Fun.
Counter-Strike, and Battlefield.
Well, I could uninstall and delete. What was the third one?
Play, uninstall, delete.
Play. Oh, okay. Play Battlefield, delete Call of Duty, uninstall Counter-Strike.
Yeah, funny enough fact, Counter-Strike is the mother of these games. Without Counter-Strike, we wouldn't have had Call of Duty or Battlefield.
That's understandable. Counter-Strike is a really good game.
Yeah.
For sure.
Apex, Fortnite, and Valorant.
Oh, play Fortnite, uninstall. uninstall Apex and delete Valorant. I've never played Apex or Valorant, so I can't really. It doesn't matter there.
Yeah. Okay, here's a tough one. Baldur's Gate, Elden Ring, and the Diablo series.
Oh, you little shit.
Oh, it's gonna get worse.
That was. What was the fourth one or third one?
Baldur's Gate, Elden Ring, and Diablo.
Oh, delete Diablo. Actually, that's the whole franchise.
No.
Okay. Play Elden Ring. Uninstall Diablo and delete Baldur's Gate. I know that's crazy, but I actually think Baldur's Gate. There could be another game that awesome for sure.
Yeah. Quake, Doom, and the Elder Scrolls series.
Play Elder Scrolls. Uninstall Quake and delete Doom.
Okay. Lethal Company, Content Warning, and Among Us.
Play Among Us. Delete Content Warning. Uninstall Lethal Company. I've not played Lethal or Content Warning, but yeah.
Fair enough. Valheim, Stardew Valley, and Minecraft.
Delete. Oof, that's a tough one. Jesus. Play Minecraft, uninstall Valheim, delete Stardew.
Okay. The Sims, Disney Dreamlight Valley, and Palia, however you want to call it.
Play Sims, delete. The third game I don't even know. I'm gonna delete the third game, Palia, and uninstall Disney.
Okay. Phasmophobia, Demonologist, and Devour.
Oh, play Phasmo, uninstall Devour, and delete
Demonologist.
the middle one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Destiny 2, Dead Space, and Mass Effect.
Play Mass Effect, uninstall Dead Space, and delete Destiny.
Okay. Visage, Madison, and Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh, play Visage, uninstall Five Nights at Freddy's, and delete the middle one, the one you said.
Madison. Okay.
Yeah.
Dead Island, Left 4 Dead, and Dying Light.
Oof. Play Left 4 Dead, uninstall Dying Light, and
delete Dead Island.
Dead Island, yeah.
Okay. Don't Starve Together, The Forest.
Wait, that wouldn't work.
How? What do you mean?
Because Dying Light wouldn't exist without Dead Island.
I know, but you could delete. You can only keep one of them. So
well.
yeah, it's fine. Don't Starve Together, The Forest, and The Quarry.
Play The Quarry. Uninstall. Don't start. Wait. No, wait.
Don't Starve Together, The Forest, and The Quarry.
Yeah. No, play The Quarry, uninstall Don't Starve, delete The Forest.
Okay. Alan Wake, Resident Evil, and Evil Dead the game. Or sorry, The Evil Within.
Play God damn it, I keep forgetting the middle game for some reason.
Alan Wake, Resident Evil, and Evil Within.
Play Resident Evil, delete The Evil Within, and uninstall Alan Wake.
Okay, so Dead Rising, The Mortuary Assistant, and The Walking Dead.
Play The Walking Dead, uninstall Dead Rising, delete Mortuary Assistant.
Okay, Dead by Daylight, Killer Clowns from Outer Space the game, and Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh. Play Dead by Daylight, uninstall
Killer Clowns or TCM.
Uninstall. Killer Clowns. I have been meaning to check that game out, but I honestly that maybe that's a cool game. I'm gonna say uninstall Killer Clowns and delete TCM.
Okay. Project Zomboid, 7 Days to Die, and The Last of Us.
Play The Last of Us, uninstall 7 Days to Die. Oh wait, uninstall Project Zomboid and delete 7 Days to Die.
Okay. Little Nightmares, the Alien series, and Silent Hills.
Play Silent Hills, uninstall the Alien series, and delete the third one.
Okay.
What was that?
It's Little Nightmares, Alien, and Silent Hills.
Oh yeah, Little Nightmares.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy, and Genshin Impact.
God damn, I have not played any of those.
You can skip.
Yeah, we gotta skip that one. I can't.
Fall Guys, Party Animals, and It Takes Two.
Play It Takes Two, uninstall Fall Guys, delete Party Animals.
Okay. Cyberpunk, GTA, and Saints Row.
That one is difficult. Play GTA, uninstall. I'm sorry.
Saints Row and Cyberpunk.
Delete scene.
Okay.
You know, no, I can't do that. Play Cyberpunk, delete. Fuck, man. No. Play GTA, uninstall Saints Row. No. Yeah, uninstall Saints Row, delete Cyberpunk. I can deal without Cyberpunk.
Okay.
It's a good game, but I can deal without it.
Okay. Final one in this segment is Assassin's Creed, the Uncharted series, and Tomb Raider.
Play Assassin's Creed, uninstall Tomb Raider, delete the Uncharted.
Alright. Now... This is the final segment. In this segment, we're going to be talking about mental health and some sensitive subjects. I apologize in advance, not specifically for this episode. I apologize in advance for any heavy or triggering terms that might be used in the future. Mental health is not an easy subject to talk about. Today, we're going to talk about how mental health, in general, affects daily life. So I'm going to say this again, please. If you find any of these subjects that we speak about, me and my guests, please, you can either skip or dip out on the segment and listen at your own risk. So, Tower, what exactly do you mean by how mental health is affecting our daily life? Because mental health is like a broad topic, you know, like there's ADHD, there's depression, there's anxiety.
Well, obviously I have to, I'm going to say this first of all, that I am not educated in this subject whatsoever. So I'm going to talk of my own private opinions here. I'm going to say that mental health in our daily subject grows pretty deep in how we act towards other people that we meet, maybe based on that something that has happened maybe yesterday or like days before. I'm talking about traumatic experiences. For example, maybe let's take this as an example: a girl being scared of men because maybe her dad was, you know, abusive or something else when she was a kid. A traumatic experience that has affected her mental health or put a mental scar, pretty much permanent mental health issue that she has to work with. And then we have the more short mental health notices. Maybe you really want to find someone, but you feel that no one wants you, pretty much. And I would say that's more not necessarily related to mental health itself. Sure, it sucks, but I would say that's more related to overthinking. Overthinking is something that is extremely overlooked. I'd say overthinking is, I would say, the cause of pretty much all mental health issues out there, in one way or another. But why is overthinking a thing? I would say we go back to my previous opinion that I had previous in this show. The smartphones, for example. We are so damn intertwined with the social world and everyone all the time, and we keep comparing ourselves. We keep seeing pictures of maybe my friend is in that country, they're having a great time, they're having the time of their life, everything's going well in their life, and I'm just sitting here. Oh shit, my other friend, he just got a raise. He got a new job. He's earning so much money. Good for him. He has a wife. He's gonna get married. Oh, my other friend, they just got a kid, bought a new house, starting a family. Where am I? Like, we're just seeing all of this all the time in every single corner, social media, and this allows us to just pretty much compare ourselves with all these people or overthink. Such as in, why am I not there? Am I stupid? Am I doing something wrong? Am I not good enough?
Questioning yourself.
And you just, exactly, and you just keep doing this over and over and over again, and eventually you just build yourself a dark hole.
That's the zombie mentality, I call it. That's the zombie mentality. Like you do the same exact things every day, like routine based, that sometimes can lead to a burnout, resulting in depression or anxiety. Like, okay, it's the same thing, but that thing is a thing that you don't enjoy doing, and it's like really affecting you, which causes either anxiety or depression, or for example, like a traumatic experience that now, as you said, like in the beginning, like you don't trust people because of that traumatic thing or experience you've had before, like PTSD. So yeah.
So I would say mental health. You can pretty much talk about this forever because everyone is individual. But I would say overthinking is a massive thing. But overthinking, like I said, is you think about the same thing over and over, like compare yourself, and then it's like you stand at the beach, right, and you just keep building a hole for yourself. It's digging your own grave, your mental grave, pretty much. Or like a trap for your mental being. You put your mental being in that hole and you land in depression. And then eventually you stay down there for a while. You get on pills, you get medicine, which is great. Life is going back to normal. Your body gets used to the pills, you get addicted to the pills. Now you are in heavy depression. Like, it just keeps building. It just keeps, and eventually you're just so intertwined with everything. And that's something I did. Not necessarily this much, but before I started working out, I suffered from depression a lot.
Yeah.
I would say that it was nothing that took my life over. I was pretty happy when I was talking to people, and I didn't really notice my depression. But the second I was alone, I just pretty much felt like crying, abandoned. And I think this was something that I've been trying to make out, maybe something that happened when I was a kid that makes me feel abandoned. And this is probably connected emotionally.
Yeah.
I love my family, and we have gotten better at this as of later years, but we've had a lot of issues in my family. Not necessarily like physical issues, like we've all been working out and like working together and shit, but emotionally and mentally we've always pretty much just not been working that well.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that has became accustomed to my own health after a while.
Affecting you. Like I do relate to the part where you said, like, when you're alone, you either start like crying or feeling like you're abandoned. I do have this, and it gets me a lot of times when I was like, I'm suddenly sitting in front of the PC, either watching a friend playing a game, and then I start thinking like, okay, dark thoughts start caving in, and I try to fight them, but they overtake me and overburden me, and then something happens that seems like stupid. For example, like, oh no, my pencil just broke. That kind of like starts to pile up and adds to it, which is like very stupid, a very stupid thing to do. But like thing after thing, your mind caves in on itself, and then you feel like you feel down. That happens especially after dark. Like when you're alone, you overthink, you can't do anything about it, you close your eyes, then you wake up, then you close your eyes again. Yeah, and that I relate as well. And this all these feelings, I don't know if that applies to you, but they just disappear for me when it's morning again. Yeah, sleep helps.
Yeah, not necessarily sleep, just wake, or just the morning arrives and people are waking up.
Yeah.
I don't quite know what is happening during the night. Maybe it's just because everyone is sleeping. I have no clue, but I don't feel that way anymore. But when I broke up with my ex, like being alone during the nights was horrible. Absolutely horrible. And sometimes even when she was like when we were together and she was pretty much sleeping.
That wasn't long ago, by the way. I do remember that.
Yeah, I mean it's only been a few months since we broke up, but
yeah.
I'm not really having those thoughts anymore where I feel abandoned. But I've also been working so hard with not only my body but my mental health since I started working out.
Yeah, keep yourself busy from stuff, but I do fear something that is also out of my control that I suffer from. Well, let's not say that I quite suffer from, but it's a thing that I have, and some people do as well. It's called what's it called? Astral projection. I don't know if you've heard of it.
I've heard of projection.
Yeah, it's like when you are either still awake or just like sleeping, and then sometimes I feel like I've been thrown onto the bed, like something just like was thrown at me, and I start like just shiver. Like one time there's like something startled me or something like that, so I'm like, what the hell happened? And I'm still awake sometimes. That happened recently again, and that's why I kind of like suffer from insomnia, because like I want to control myself. It only led to sleep paralysis one time, but it is when I was like feeling at a really low point in my life, but I wasn't able to wake up. I was faced with in the dream I was faced with like a killer that's chasing me, and I was running from pavement to another, and I ran into a place where there's like buildings, and as I walked on the sidewalk, there was like these AC fans that you put outside, like those vents. They started falling, and I was being scared that one falls on me. And one actually almost did, so I tried like saying like, wake up, you can do it, try to wake up, and I couldn't. So I was like stuck there until like I was able to regress myself and wake up. So that's off the top of my head.
Yeah, so that's astral projection. That sounds really scary, almost.
Yeah.
I've never had anything similar to that myself.
That's not quite astral projection on its own. It led to sleep paralysis. Sometimes a huge chunk of people suffer from sleep paralysis.
Yeah, I've definitely heard some people suffer from it, and I think it's horrifying if everything you read about it and have read is true. I think it's absolutely horrifying.
Astral projection also has its cons, where like sometimes the soul, what happens during that is that the soul like you're not quite dead. It's just like parts of it just leave your body and just like go visit other places. Sometimes you're aware of where it's going, other times you're not. And sometimes it fails to return, and I do tell people that sometimes I might not be here tomorrow, which is a little bit dark or grim, but seize the day, live every day as if it's the last. That's what I say. Like, take advantage of what you have before it's gone.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you.
Yeah.
Astral projection. Yeah.
Thank you. Anyways, thank you so much, Tower, for the time. Thank you so much for putting time or giving me time to do this, actually.
Okay, thank you for all the questions. I had a lot of fun doing this.
No worries. And as I say to everybody, love yourself, stay amazing, take care of yourself, look after yourself and your loved ones, and I'll see you on the flip side.
I will see you, Blue.
Until the next episode. Bye.